G'day boys, in this video, how do you use APA referencing, American Psychological Association referencing? All right, the nuts and bolts of how you do it is less important than just doing it. Why using citations? If you don't cite your work, if you've got this information from external sources, Wikipedia, YouTube video, some other place, what you're doing is you're telling me that that's your information from your brain, that you know it, right? And that's academic dishonesty. You must cite your sources. You must give credit to where you got that information from, all right? Let me just give you a quick example, right? Here, I mean, if you look at my textbook, I would hope, right, every time I'm using information that didn't come from my brain, that came from someone else, here I've used a little footnote, and then we can see where I got that information from. You see, it's not just a quote. If I just take that information from another place, I have to have in-text citations. Here again, I'm talking about social learning theory, right? And I've got it in a footnote. If I talk about in-text citations, right, this is what I mean, okay? You've got your references or your works cited, that should be down the bottom, right? A references list, this is like this is my works cited and my references at the bottom. But also, right, in-text citations means as I'm writing, I'm citing the work. Now it could be the name, last name, and the year. That's how you do it with APA. This is one author, two authors, three authors. Et al means at others and others, right? But how you do it specifically, I'm not that worried about the technicalities of the citations to begin with. By the final draft, please do it correctly. Until then, I just want to make sure, especially in your draft work and your formative work, that you are showing me where you got that information from. So a good idea is to put it in brackets and then put a hyperlink to the information so I can check it. In the exemplars, right, you can see I'm using in-text citations. I'm showing where the information came from, using the author and the last name. And if I scroll to the bottom, right, I've only got one reference there. My references are incomplete. Tut, tut, tut. I should have all of these last names. Zhang, that's the one there, but I should have Wyatt, I should have Saxton, I should have Vitakind, I should have all of these in the bottom. So that's not a very good exemplar. That's what happens when you write it in 1 hour. Anyway, there's how you use, what is a citation? Citation is acknowledging where you got your information from, and it's imperative you do this in these essays. Otherwise, if you don't, what's going to happen? I'm going to sit down with you, and wherever you've got information that you haven't cited, in a viva voce, which is a post-assessment interview, I'm going to quiz you on your own essay. And I'm going to say, hey, do you actually, we're going to make sure that you understand what you've written. Right. So if you don't put an in-text citation, I'll say, hey, in this line here, you explain this. Tell me what that means. Or I'll answer questions, because if you're not citing it, it means that you came from your brain, so you should be able to explain it, right? Okay, so that's kind of my threat/promise, that if you don't put the in-text citations, I'll quiz you on your work and you need to make sure you can explain it. But that should be the case anyway. All right, I hope that makes sense. If you've got questions on how to cite it, or do it once and then ask me, sir, is this right? And I'll check it. And then that's all you need to do. All right, good job.